So we want to allow the tissue to unwind, and the big thing is, I think, is this concept of interrupting the pattern that it's in. Interrupting the pattern that it's in. And some people that come into your office, that pattern's been going on for 40 years, right? You know, the average person that comes in for a massage is typically in their 40s, 50s, 60s. You know, maybe in some places you'll get a lot younger or even older, but mostly it's in that range. Mostly female, right? More female than male. And typically when they come in, they've been holding on to stuff for a long time. Started a long time ago. And you may say, well, John, you're not gonna change that pattern. And I'm not saying you're gonna change the pattern. I'm saying you're gonna interrupt it. It's kind of like you know, in the old days when you had records, vinyl records, of course they've kind of come back popular again, I guess, but there'd be a little nick on the record, and it would kind of loop around, and it would just play the same thing over and over and over again. You have to push the little needle past it until some of you are like, what are you talking about?
Been there, done that.
And it's like that with these patterns in our body, and not just our body, but in our minds sometimes too. But these patterns that just kind of repeat over and over and over again, and we've got to push that little needle. We've got to interrupt that pattern a little bit so that the body can try to find a new normal, a new comfort zone. It may not be absolutely perfect alignment all the way up and down, but a better, healthier normal than what it was before that allows you to do the things that you want to do. And so we want to get the tissue as much as we can. It's not always going to happen perfectly, but as much as we can to get back to that gelatinous state. And I've seen people with like quadratus lumborums or scalenes that felt like just rocks, just hard as a rock, steel, cables in there. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yeah. And some of you may have some too, I don't know. But I have seen with just holding it with a little patience, combining the direct and the indirect techniques, getting that tissue to fully release, and sometimes taking quite a while. Sometimes I've been in there with my elbow on somebody's QL, maybe 5, 6, 7 minutes. And all of a sudden, it starts releasing. We do some indirect type things, some traction, etc. And it doesn't come back as easily. Of course, if they do the same activities, it's going to come back, right? We don't have control over that. But the next time they come in, it dissipates faster, right? It doesn't take as long. And then you can get them into a maintenance mode. So they can still doing the job or whatever it is that causes it, but keep it from being such an annoyance that they have to stop what they're doing.